Hi everyone, welcome to the Accumulation and Momentum Data Analysis for 28th of July. Today the markets actually began on a good note. They tried moving up. Even the broader market, that is the mid and the small caps, were in the green. But then a brutal selling came, which kind of pushed the indices lower. The Nifty also kind of broke the support of the range, lower end of the range, and it moved lower. Even the small and the mid caps had a almost a percent kind of a cut. So what kind of spooked the market? We'll look into that and also look at what the accumulation and the momentum is telling us, right? So the most important news today is, although you already have the news of August 1st being the deadline for the India-US trade deal. So the market was anyways worrying about that. But this piece of information that came in over the weekend, that TCS is going to lay off almost 2% of its global work staff, especially in the senior and mid-tier thing, right? So earlier it was only the entry level segment that was being hit by AI and stuff. Now they are saying that they are going to fire even the mid and the senior level people, right? So this is kind of causing a panic in the market. So why is this causing a panic? Because people feel that if TCS, who is the leader in the IT pack, is doing that, probably the others are going to do that as well. So if others are going to do that, a lot of people are unemployed, then that is going to hit the economy as well, because India is considered as a consumption-led economy, right? If the unemployment rate continues to move up, then the consumption also slow down, which kind of pulls the India's GDP growth also lower, right? So this was the effect that is kind of spooked the market, and the market kind of fell, right? In all the sectors, especially the biggest hit that was there today was the realty sector, because most of these realty players are relying on salaried middle income salaried people for their new projects and stuff. So if a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, then probably the realty would be hit the most, right? So that is why realty index was down almost 3 odd percent, right? So what one can do is, especially in the IT pack, instead of doing bottom fishing in these large ones, what one can do is look at those companies which are into AI, analytics, data, and stuff, right? So those companies are continuing to post better set of numbers than these big IT players, right? So that is what one can do, especially in the IT space. Now coming to the accumulation data. So the large cap accumulation was broadly in line with what we saw on Friday. The momentum, however, has kind of slipped below the lows that were seen in the previous downtrend. So, in the previous downtrend, from where we had reversed, right, especially in the month of May as well in the month of June, we have actually gone even lower than that, right? So, until this momentum kind of picks up, the short-term bottom would not be made. Once we kind of start seeing a reversal here, then we can be sure that a short-term bottom is in place and the market should bounce from there, right? Mid-cap accumulation, not much deterioration. It is hardly a few numbers lower, and but the momentum cooled off rapidly again for the second straight day, right? Friday we had a rapid cool off, and even today the cool off is quite decent. Now coming to the small caps, very similar accumulation, a little lower than what we saw on Friday, but the momentum here as well has reached a point from where previously it has kind of reversed. So until there is a reversal coming in, we can't be sure, we can't be really predicting how the market will do, right? Because it has also broken the supports as well. So until we see a pickup in momentum, it would make sense to stay away from short-term trades unless you are into shorting and stuff. You can do that, but then if you are someone who plays it on the upside, then very few companies would be doing well. When the tide is against you, it is better that you kind of stay out and play when the tide is with you, right? So wait and watch game. Probably after the August 1st news, another 3 days, we might have even more clarity on what we can expect and which sector should benefit from the whole India-US trade deal, right? But this effect might take a bit longer. The IT thing, how people are going to do their calculation and the estimates for not only the IT pack, but also the consumption space, the realty, and all of those. So that would be interesting to see how the market plays out in the coming few sessions. Hope this helps. Thank you.